teams that the Pittsburgh Steelers have left to play in the regular season. Of course, on Sunday, we've got Cincinnati. They are 5-4. We've got Indianapolis. They are 4-5-1. Then Atlanta, we've got 4-6-0 for them. And then they have to play the Baltimore Ravens 2 times, and they are 6-3-0. Carolina Panthers are 3-7-0. Las Vegas is 2-7-0, and Cleveland is 3-6-0. So those are the regular season games that are left. And of course, the Ravens, they have to play them 2 times, and those are going to be 2 of the most difficult games during the rest of the regular season. It is critical that the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Ravens at least 1 time to have much better chances to make the playoffs. That is assuming that they win all of the other games. Winning at least every game except one, the chances are pretty high. And of course, the Ravens seem to be the most critical, where you need to beat the Ravens at least 1 time. Now, I've seen chances right now sitting at around 4% chance of making the playoffs, all the way up to 10%. And those numbers are not really great to go by because there are so many factors involved. You have to remember that TJ Watt was not in many of those games this season when the Steelers lost. So TJ Watt's return really does turn things up a bit. You got Alex Highsmith throughout this entire season. He has been getting better and better, and he is becoming more of a force on this team. He's playing opposite TJ Watt, so the defense is really coming together. And then all of a sudden now, if you watched last week's game, you know that the Pittsburgh Steelers now have a run game. And it looks like a pretty solid run game right now. And even Kenny Pickett is running yards. He's putting up a lot of yards rushing on there. So there are a lot of new things that the Steelers have been doing that they were not doing at the beginning of the season. So there's a lot of potential here. And those statistics, those numbers, they really don't mean that much. And I have to agree with Coach Tomlin that it's the next game that means everything. It's that next opportunity that you need to get out there and win. That's all you're good at. Their past resume doesn't really mean much at this point. Now, we'd like to see Kenny Pickett get those mid-range to long balls, a little more accuracy, get faster at getting that ball out of his hands, and of course, like we talked about earlier this week, the red zone. You can't drive the ball all the way down the field, all that distance, and then just simply not finish it or settle for a field goal. We don't even have Chris Boswell right now. We have Matthew Wright, so he doesn't have as much experience, nowhere near as much experience or accuracy as Chris Boswell would have in a game like this. We can't rely on those field goals like we did the last time we played the Bengals. The Pittsburgh Steelers need to beat the Bengals, but it's not over if for some reason the Steelers don't beat the Bengals. After that, though, they can't be losing any games. They especially need to beat the Ravens at least 1 time. So we have to see what happens on Sunday, but Sunday is not a be-all, end-all kind of game. It is important. Winning it helps the rest of these games with these statistics for making those playoffs. But things can change with the Pittsburgh Steelers anytime, and we've seen things changing week by week, and this team has been progressing in the right direction, and I'm hoping to see that on Sunday. Thanks for watching Steel City News. Remember to subscribe if you want up-to-date Pittsburgh Steelers news, information, talk, and analysis, and we really appreciate everyone that has subscribed to our channel. It really does help us out a lot. And if you want notifications, you could always hit that bell. Thanks for watching.